After watching the podcast, I found a lot of what you had to say quite informational and actually connected a lot of the topics of public speaking for me. Personally, listening to you talk about your story of the text messages and how they were originally limited really kind of put things in perspective for me, just as a college student in this day and era. I found that during text messages, there's a lot of sort of fluff and unneeded words that don't have a reason to be in there. And when you said that you were only allotted a certain amount of words, it really like hit home, because I was like, it's kind of crazy thinking about how, I feel like I just can text as much as I want. Whereas when it came to your situation, you were unable to because you were limited and they would charge you extra. So you had to be careful and thoughtful with what you sent and made sure that the meaning was still able to get across. I also found that your story or the way that you connected public speaking, like a public speaking course, to like actual talking, how it looks like from a student perspective, and I completely agree. I agree because just like public speaking has not always been like a strong point for me. I've always not been the best like public speaker, and like my family can even vouch for that. But I feel like the way that you described it, you talk a lot during just regular aspects of the day, whether you're talking to your friends, and you think spontaneously as well when you do that. And I found it interesting. Like I never thought of it that way. And I think that it's, it really puts things into perspective for me, knowing that like I don't really have a fear of public speaking, but I just don't believe that I'm good at it, when in reality you do public speaking every day in different categories of one's life. And I think that that's such like, it really kind of, like I said, put things into perspective. It's just like public speaking isn't as hard as it is supposed to be, or as hard as I think that it is. And that just really stuck out to me.